Last but not least is one of the cheapest universities in Canada, which also accepts quite a few international students, and that is... How's it going? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Boma. On this channel, we talk about how to thrive and succeed as an immigrant in Canada. Today's video is very important. It is a list of universities with the highest admission rates for international students. If you're watching this video, you probably know that applying to university as an international student is not just expensive, but it is also very competitive. And so in this video, I'm sharing with you a list of the universities that you need to know about that have high acceptance rates for international students. Watch till the end because the university I'm sharing at the end is not just a high admission rate university, but it also has one of the cheapest tuition rates in Canada for international students. So if you're curious about that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel because it really helps me grow on YouTube. Thank you for doing that, and let's get started. The first university you need to know about is the University of Manitoba in Winnipeg, Manitoba. It is a non-denominational public research university in the province of Manitoba. It was founded in 1877 and it's also the first university in Western Canada. The University of Manitoba has about 29,000 students and it's located in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Winnipeg has about 700,000 people, so it's a pretty large city. They do say that the international student admission process is actually quite competitive, and that's particularly so for engineering type programs. It can be quite competitive to get into. However, they also say that the admission rate is about 52%, which is pretty good. So the University of Manitoba is definitely worth checking out. I've actually never been there myself, but I do know that Winnipeg is quite a cold city, so just beware. The next university you need to know about is the University of Windsor in the city of Windsor. The city of Windsor is located in Ontario, and it's right next to the US city of Detroit. If you're familiar with the city of Detroit, it's right next door. This university is also a public research university, and it has about 12,000 full-time students who are undergrad and about 4,000 graduate students. And it is also a university that is quite accepting of international students in terms of their admissions rates, so definitely check it out. The next university, which I've actually never heard about, is Lakehead University in Thunder Bay, Ontario, and they have a campus in Aurelia, Ontario as well. It has about 8,000 students, and the population of Thunder Bay, Ontario is only about 110,000 people, so it's a pretty small town, or maybe a city, depending on who you ask, but it's also worth checking out. Next on the list is St. Thomas University in Fredericton, New Brunswick. It's mostly an undergraduate university and it offers bachelor's programs in arts and education and social work, and it only has 1,900 students. I didn't know a university could be that small, but yes, it's a very small university. 1,900 students, and they say that the average class size is only 30 students, which is very, very intimate. So if you want a small town life and in a small university, this is the university for you. The population of Fredericton itself is only 58,000 people. So yes, it's a small university in a small town in a small province. So if you do go to that university, you'll definitely have a pretty Canadian stereotypical experience, so it's definitely worth checking out as well. Next is Brandon University in Manitoba, which I've talked about quite a lot on this channel because Brandon University has quite a bit of international students and it's also quite affordable as universities in Canada go. It has 3,300 full-time students, and the city of Brandon itself has about 48,000 people, so it's also pretty small. I feel like there's a trend of these universities being in smaller towns, which is how it goes. Oftentimes, the most expensive universities are in the largest cities in Canada, so no surprise there. Another university you need to know about is St. Paul University in Ottawa. Ottawa, like you probably know, is the capital of Canada, so this university is fully bilingual, so instruction is offered in English and French. The student population is also very tiny. It's about 1,000 students, which is a bit incredible to me. The university was founded in 1965, and like I mentioned, it's in Ottawa, and Ottawa is a really fun city. It has just under 1 million people, which is a pretty good size, and best of all, it's located right next to Toronto, which is also a really fun city, and it's also right next to Montreal as well. And the city of Ottawa is also quite bilingual because it is Canada's capital. The next university you need to know about is Athabasca University in Athabasca, Alberta. This is a university that had quite a few financial difficulties and people weren't too sure what the future of this university would be, but it looks like they've overcome a lot of those challenges. The interesting thing about Athabasca University is that they were the first university in Canada to really specialize in distance education, which is essentially remote learning like we know it today. So They have quite a bit of online courses available, and it is also quite affordable, and they do accept quite a few international students. So if you're an international student who wants to study at Athabasca University, you can always obviously start out there and then transfer to other universities in Canada. Something else you could do if you're an international student is you could also just take your summer courses at Athabasca University, because a lot of their online courses are self-paced, which means that, you know, if you're a quick and fast learner, you could finish a summer course in, you know, a month instead of 4 months, and then transfer it back to your main university. So that's an option. If you don't want to go to Athabasca University for all 4 years, you could go there for a year and transfer, or you could go there for summer classes and then transfer your credits over to, you know, your main university. So there's lots of options there if you're open to distance learning. The student population is about 38,000 students, and it's about 148 kilometers from Edmonton. Not too close, but not too far either, and so you can always go over to Edmonton and have some fun. Next on the list is Concordia University. I have talked about Concordia University a few times on this channel because they're a university that, you know, does welcome quite a bit of international students. They're also located in one of the most fun cities in Canada, in my opinion, and that's the city of Montreal. Concordia is known to be innovative, and it's diverse, and it has about 46,000 students. Like I mentioned, it's located in Montreal, which is the largest city in Quebec that has a population of 1.78 million people. So Quebec is a pretty large city, and there's lots of fun, and it's also predominantly French speaking. So of course, if you're going there, you're going to be exposed to French quite a bit. But yeah, I highly recommend Concordia University. Last but not least is one of the cheapest universities in Canada, which also accepts quite a few international students, and that is Memorial University in Newfoundland. This is one of the cheapest universities in Canada, which is a bit undervalued for whatever reason. I feel like because it's such a small university, it's not as famous as some of the larger ones, but trust me, the quality of this university from all accounts is quite on par with larger universities, although you are studying in Newfoundland and it's really affordable. The student population is about 20,000 students, and the St. John's population is just about 110,000 people. So it's a pretty small university in a pretty small city in a very small province. So there's lots of reasons why people don't know about Memorial University, but it is a wonderful university for international students because, best of all, it's just so affordable. So check it out. That is a list of universities in Canada that have high acceptance rates for international students. So if you're an international student who is applying to Canada, you definitely need to be doing your research and looking into these universities. If you've got any questions about these universities or life in these provinces that I've mentioned, feel free to comment below, and I'm happy to answer your questions. I also have a Facebook group, and I'll put the link down below, so feel free to join in there and ask me questions about life in Canada. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck with your immigration journey, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.